So guys, I'm going to show you how I set up uh, the GUI dashboard on k8s using OpenCode. So uh, before I start with the video, I should have started recording this before, but that is fine now. So this is OpenCode chat window, and if you can see, I had installed a Kubernetes cluster. And I just gave it a prompt. So if you can see the screen share, I just gave it a prompt, enable GUI on the mini cluster. So as soon as I gave the prompt, it started working on the prompt. And first thing is it made the minikube add-on enable. Uh, and if you can see, after enabling it, it is checking if the URL is available. So if you see, it has executed PSOX, grep dashboard, and it is checking if the dashboard is reachable. So what happened is, we got a port not found error. So OpenCode is capable of actually fulfilling your request and checking if it's working. So So it has the ability to troubleshoot and basically do a health check of the utility you asked it to install. And if the utility is not working, it will start troubleshooting by itself, which is really cool without you giving a prompt or without you noticing. So it has run all these commands. Okay, it has done a check. So here, if you see, it is doing a curl. It is using all kinds of commands, secure shell, it is using proxy, it is doing all kinds of things to check if this URL is reachable. Okay, and if you see this URL was not reachable, then it did a lot of changes. It ran a lot of commands, and ultimately, uh, so if you see this, is we are getting 00 error code. So, it did set up proxy and everything, and ultimately, after troubleshooting all the issues. So if you see at this point we are getting 000, which is a error code for this command. So we can actually run this command and check the output. So it is doing all these things by itself, which is a very big thing. I mean, if you are a Linux guy, you're aware that you need to do so many things. First thing is you need to identify the issue. So here, if you see, you are getting 200, and in this command, we were getting. So it had to run this command set ID kubectl proxy disown. Okay, so disown was the output. So set ID. So I need to know what command is this. Okay, and after running this command, then it got 200. That is success code for this particular command. So you see, OpenCode is capable of identifying the issue and troubleshooting the issue. As a Linux guy, you know that you first need to, you generally start installing the utility. Then if you get an issue with it, you need to troubleshoot it by yourself. And OpenCode is doing it by itself without you requiring to prompt it or without you noticing it or asking it to troubleshoot. It does it by itself. So I think this is really cool, and in the end, uh, it is able to bring up the Kubernetes dashboard for me. So I'm going to. So I'm just curious about this command, set ID. So I'm not aware of this command. So what is set ID? Run a program in a new session, create session, and sets the process group ID. Oh, set ID. So I'm going to read the man page of set ID. So you see, like open code is capable of doing a lot of things. So after the dashboard is up, you can see, this is the Kubernetes dashboard. This is the default namespace. and I'll give you a walkthrough of the POC which I did. So the POC which I did is create a Kafka cluster and send the messages from create a Kafka cluster, create a Elk stack, Elasticsearch, Fluentd, Logstash stack, and send the logs from the pod to the topic and from topic to Elasticsearch. So I'm going to you know show like uh, how it worked. So, five tabs. Kafka demo, yeah, Elasticsearch. Yeah. So I'm going to share the complete POC which I completed, and I can show you the index in the Elasticsearch dashboard. So if you see, so I'm sending the logs from log producer to log consumer, and consumer is sending those messages to Kafka demo, Kafka topic to Elasticsearch. So this is the complete, like POC. So if you can see, the logs are coming to the dashboard. So I'll just show user logs. Mm, So I'm just trying to get the logs for this particular pod, producer consumer logs. So in OpenShift generally you have logs section where you can, yeah. So this is the command used. So that's it. So I've finally proved that you can send messages from Kafka cluster to Elasticsearch. That is, you can produce a message, send it to the topic, and ultimately that message can be sent to Elasticsearch. So I did this POC for my work. So that's it. So like open code is really cool, and you can like go to this URL, open code on Linux, and yeah, download open code. So all you need to do is run these commands. You need to fetch the like shell script. It will install and just install the binary, and that's it. So cool. That's all for the video. Keep watching and keep using open code.